All right, let's talk a little bit of football right now. You know what? We've got 3 potential playoff teams coming your way starting in less than an hour right here on Fox. And right now, the NFC side of the postseason tree looking pretty full.
Santa's hard at work making his late-season playoff preparations. At the bottom of the tree, the wild card ornaments are holding strong. The Rams have already punched their playoff ticket, but after Thursday's loss, they'll fall from number 1 to number 5 in the wild card race. The 49ers can clinch a berth Monday with a win. Today, the Packers can do their part, but also need Detroit to drop a gift their way tomorrow. As for the division leaders, the Bears need a win today, and Lions lost tomorrow to clinch a playoff berth. In the East, the Eagles simply need to win, and the division is theirs. The Bucs hang on to control of the South. And after a big Thursday night win, the Seahawks clinched a playoff spot and now sit atop the tree as the shining star of the conference.
All right, guys, lots of questions for you, so let's quickly get to them. After Thursday's win, is Sam Darnold now a big game quarterback?
Yes, no doubt about that. We were all expecting him to throw a pick, kind of like the situation he was in, very similar situation versus the Buccaneers earlier in the year. He graduated, not from throwing interceptions, but graduated to winning big drives.
Big games.
Hopefully that second half was a springboard.
But that two-point conversion to win it, for all you viewers out there, he stood just like this, no happy feet. Boom, no panic in him. Very impressive.
That was big for him. That was big for his teammates to believe in him, and big for the fans to know that he can get it done.
Did you lose any faith in the Rams?
No. Special teams still a bugaboo for them, but, you know.
Still lethal.
Hey, you know what? You look around. The Niners keep hanging around. They play the slumping Colts next. Are people sleeping on San Francisco right now?
I don't think so.
I tell you what, they're not on the door home field advantage right now.
I think they are.
Yeah.
I think people are thinking about the Rams and thinking about Seattle. If they get in, it's going to be dangerous. And this team has done this with all the injuries, especially on defense.
Michael, all the people they have lost all year long,
great
and to be in this
great
position.
GMing.
Exactly.
If they win their last 3 games, San Francisco is the number 1 seed, so they're still right there. Even though New England had won 10 in a row before last week, is this a must-win game for the Pats at Baltimore because of the way they lost that game?
No, I think it's a must-win game because, one, they want home field advantage and the number 1 seed, but at the very least, you need to win the division. And Buffalo beats them last week, and now, you know, it's kind of down the stretch here. They could falter, and if they falter, Buffalo could sneak back in and get the division. They don't get a home game.
Young teams have a very fragile confidence.
Yep.
And if they lose a game at home to a division opponent, that fractures just a little bit.
Yeah,
so
the guy could go the other way, and they could learn from it as well.
Yeah.
It could have been a good thing.
All right, let's talk about the Ravens. They finished with New England, the Packers, and the Steelers. Do they have to win all 3 to make the playoffs?
Yes, especially Week 18 versus Steelers. It may come down to that. That may be a playoff game.
I think.
Talk about divisions. Do you see Buffalo catching New England?
No, I don't.
Today's going to decide. Not today. This weekend will decide.
Denver, best record in the AFC, but is Houston the scariest team in the AFC?
Yes. Defense scares everybody.
What about Denver?
Denver has a great defense. Denver doesn't get as many turnovers. And in the playoffs, turnovers make a bigger difference.
If Bo Nix plays the way he did last week, they're going to be a problem.
The Steelers take on the Lions Sunday. Is that an elimination game where whoever loses is out of the playoff?
For the Lions, it is. Yeah.
Not the Steelers.
What about the NFC South matchup tomorrow? Bucks and Panthers, they play each other twice in the last 3 weeks.
I don't have trust in either of these teams, but if there's going to be one guy that makes a difference, it's going to be Mike Evans. He balled out last week, and he always balls out against the Carolina Panthers.
But you know what? I like Carolina. I do. I think at some point the tide turns.
Which Carolina team? Which team shows up?
I know, but the same thing. Which Bucks team shows up?
The Bucks have been bad for the last 5 weeks.
But we don't know.
It's been inconsistent there, but one of them will win the South. And we talk about all these playoff teams. It still feels weird. We're not talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. They're out of the playoffs. And last week they lost Patrick Mahomes. Jay Glazer joins us right now. Jay, what is the latest with Mahomes in his recovery?
Guys, hey, hello over there. Hello over there.
Hey.
Patrick Mahomes had surgery on Monday to repair a torn ACL and LCL, but how about this? He flew back to Kansas City on Thursday, already started rehabbing at the facility yesterday. Today, I'm told he could already even bend his knee 90%. And listen, 90 degrees. Listen, they're saying it's a 9-month recovery. Patrick Mahomes, though, we know he is different. He's going to attack this. Now, Micah Parsons tore just his ACL, no other ligaments. He's actually expecting a baby. Once that happens, then he's going to schedule his surgery sometime later this coming week or the week after that. And one other news item here, Derek Hall, who was just suspended by the NFL for the Seattle Seahawks for stepping on a Rams lineman. He appealed. Well, that appeal is getting expedited. Actually, it's tomorrow on a Sunday. If he wins the appeal, he can play next week. If he loses, he can't. And one other thing here, guys, finally, I'm not the shortest guy in the set. I love it.